The Influence here, and today I got Magic Square's Tyrannosaurus Rex MS-B56, which is their Grimlock legend scale, of course. And off the bat, it is okay. I don't know how much I really like it. It has the Magic Square plastic, has the paint, the doll paint. It doesn't serve this figure well, the doll paint. This is really plain in there. It may be accurate G1, but it's just something about it. Also has a lot of loose parts. The arms are loose when you mess with it. The waist, yeah, I'm not sure. It's a mixed bag, but let's get into it.
Transformers reviews, tech and the news, whatever else I use as a muse. Hit subscribe, I appreciate the views. Influences interest on YouTube.
And here we are with the 360, and you see in the back, it is, oh, his hand is coming out. That's something that happens. You can see, I mean, the sculpt, as usual, Magic Square sculpts are just crazy. So there's not much you can say about that, but you can say a lot about the paint and other stuff. So let's get it off of here and get the review. So as per usual, let's get to the accessories. You see, he just holds them in his hand with a peg, and this always comes out. Like I said in the intro, it's a lot of stuff on this guy. So you got a silver with red handle sword, and you have his typical gun, which is fine. Both are fine. You also get some Grimlock accessories. You got a crown that is the yellow, the same yellow plastic. You got two hands that pose because he has the holding gun hands, and you can have this hand, like, looks like he's casting spells, I don't know. And you have the fish. Of course you do, because why not? If you've seen it in one episode, it should be here. Being facetious. You got a card, tech specs, got the directions. Directions were fine, they're small as usual. They got me through the transformation though. And you get the box, typical Magic Square box. I do like the box art, the color red. I like this back here, this picture, which is really nice. Let's compare him to a couple other figures. So there's a Magic Square Huffer. See where he falls into. You got DX9, which is Magic Square, which is whatever, what's his name, I forget. And you also have MFT's Grimlock, which, yes, I know MFT is kind of a KO of DX9's old figures, but this figure is way better to me than this figure. It is bigger though, but just the paint and everything, the gold, just looks better. Even if it was yellow, just wish it was yellow paint. There he is, and he looks like it's just sitting on top of his hair. And you got that. So his wings have a lot of articulation. You can go back and forth, you can go up and down like that, and I'll show his arms in dinosaur mode. But his head goes down, not that much, but it goes back and up a lot. Does do 360, and you can get a little side to side because it's on the ball joint. He has a butterfly joint right here that's super loose, so when you're manipulating it, it always comes out, and I don't like that. Arm is tight moving around. That's the other problem. Like, the arm is well tolerance, not even too tight, it's just well tolerance. But with this not being well tolerance, it snatches it out when you're trying to move it. You got the up joint that gets you way more than 90 degrees up. You got the elbow that gets you more than 90 degrees, and you actually got an extended elbow. Not really extended elbow, it's really for dinosaur mode, but you can get back like that. You can use it if you want to get like a weird pose, I guess. I don't know, just noting it. You got an ab crunch, which is great. Got a back ab crunch, and you can get up, so you can get like a bigger ab crunch. You got a waist, goes 360. That's cool. These things move up and down. They move too much because they actually move on these hinges right here, and then they move on a separate piece. The front one does. This one moves just down. Hands fixed, of course, and it has the grip in hand with a trigger finger for his gun. It's just on a ball joint. You can pull it off and put the other hand on. That's something you're looking to do. You can move these skirts up. These skirts are tied to the joint, which I do like, but I don't like that they don't add the back skirts tied to the joint as well. So we'll see his limitations in the back. Front, he has 0 limitations because this gets out the way, and he can do the can if you wanted him to. Back though, he makes up for this in the back. No dice. So skirt's still up. He does get side to side full super splits. That's something he wants to do. Can get the knee, which is double. It's double jointed. Yeah, it's double jointed. You know, mainly for transformation, but on the actual knee joint, which is right here, you get 90 degrees, but then you can use the transformation joint, you get way more. I mean, you give it to him, double knee joint. Got thigh swivel built into the top, of course. And toe has a big rocker like that. It's not much else going on. Doesn't go down. Well, you can, if you, for transformation, if you wanted to, you can get this out and down. If you need it to, I don't know what type of stand, but maybe you have it like this or something and you need extra, you can use it. You can figure it out and use that. But yeah, that's pretty much it for that. Now we can get to transformation. I think we covered all the bases. Transformation isn't as difficult as I thought it would be, but they did kind of reinvent the wheel a little. So you lift these up right here, lift this up right here, and kind of get this around these things while you're lifting this up, so you can just have that back there. Might as well do it now. You can rearrange this so it's in the front, but it's sticking like into this thing, so it just sits like that. So just leave that like that. Then you can get these out, and it's on a double hinge, so you can kind of double hinge it down and move this down at the same time. Well, it might be easier once you get this out. So then you can move this out. It's kind of on a double hinge, and the gray piece moves out. And I just do it now. I don't think it hurts anything. Just spin this around, because I forget. I mean, it's hard to forget because you need it, but I just like to do it now. So spin that around. Then you can put these down as far as you can, like that. Kind of, you can situate it in order to get it like that. Then you can move this in here like this. And get this situated around all this stuff. So then it's kind of like this. You gotta get it around all this, and you can use the waist. You can move the waist up in order to use it to help with transformation. So I don't know why I didn't do that, but you can push this together. So now you got it like this, and you can kind of start to see how it's going to go. And you get these legs together. Move the legs out. Move this out like that. Move this out. Here's the tail. So you can move that out. Move this all the way out. and move it up. Now just leave it like that, because then you're going to move this like that, and then you can get some room to pull this out. This is like a sliding joint. You move it up, then you move this stuff in here up like that. Once you do that, then you can slide it back together. There's a tab that tabs in right there, and you can tab it in. Leave it like that. Then over here, do the same. Move that. You might as well move that down right now. Move this out. Move this out. Get this out here. Then move it up. Then you can work around this thing. Move that down and make sure the tab goes in there. And we're good. Now, in normal fashion, get this wrapped around here as you would any other time. So I kind of get this around here and then break that connection. There's a connection there. Not break it, but you know what I mean. Then you just gotta kind of get all this, work this all around all of this stuff, and flip this back up here like that, and close it, and make sure this stays. And there you go, you have a leg completed. Same thing over here. Kind of get this together where you can. Make sure it stays there. Get all this situated. Move these arms up and move this flap up the best you can. There we go. Tab all this together. Make sure this is still, tab that together. Now you can put this should be down. This came up somehow, the skirt. You can get it down without taking everything apart, but it's gotta be pegged in. So let's, I don't know what I did there. There we go. Get this, and then you can peg it into both sides. It should be pegged in. There we go. It's like that. Now you move this down here, and this has a peg. You peg that in there. Peg this in on that side. And still, this should stay together. It's not super hard, but you got to peg a bunch of stuff in. It's not as hard as some magic square figures. And then you just get this situated. Oh, wait. Gotta get this together too. Make sure this is stuck in there, because then it won't fold down when you're trying to get it flush right there. Same thing over here. Make sure it's down, and when you're trying to get it flush, it won't fold in because it's pegged back here. Then you move this around here, but you got to move the head up because you want to encapsulate it. Make sure you get this right there. There you go. Pull this head down. The head should be down like that. Sorry about that. That's why it wouldn't really go. And there's a tab back here that tabs in there. these two tabs tab together, and same thing back here. Move this around as well if you need. I don't think it impedes anything, but just in case. And there's tabs down here that it wraps around too. So this is where it can get frustrating, but it's all right. It's not bad. Tab there, tab there, tab there, tab there, tabs. Move his arms where you need it. Push his head down. Almost forgot the arms, the hands. Move that out, push that in. Move that together. Then you can move these feet out, or pull the arms out. Over here, it's already out. Push that in there like that. Together. Yeah, these move like this too, so it's to give more articulation to the toes, but sometimes gets in the way. And here we are. Lock. So you can see his head. He got a little thing in there that I was putting a sword in there. It would have been cool if this sword was made out of like maybe a fire sword, and then it could double, because you can put it in there and it kind of, I don't know if it's supposed to look like fire or what, but blast effect, it might work. I don't know. I don't have one handy, so I can't tell. But you can make him eat the fish. This can go back here. There's a hole back there that you can put this in like that, or you can put it in like this if you don't want it. I like it like that. Less conspicuous. Can't wear the crown. I mean, it could rest on his head, but it doesn't really fit in Dino mode. So articulation here, you got his arms here that go all the way around. They go up and down. He has an elbow, gets you 90 both ways. Then he has hands that go down all the way like the T-Rex hands, and it's on ball joints, so they spin around. The legs go out so he can lay down. Again, this right here is a detriment unless I'm doing something wrong. It comes out still, and it's the worst on Grimlock because you can be manipulating it and it'll come out and go like that. I mean, you can get it where you need it and it'll stay, but again, you start fooling with it and it comes out. I think I already showed this. Pull that all the way. That goes in too easily. Not super easy, but it does go in. Just mentioning it. And you got the claws, the feet, whatever you want to call it, the toes. And there's no, I don't think there's a rocker now. Tail doesn't do anything, doesn't move. Really. And that's pretty much it. So if you enjoyed this review of Magic Square's Grimlock, I appreciate it. Please leave me a like, subscribe, and share, all that good stuff, and I will get over with you in another one. Peace.
You know, life ain't over, life ain't over, life ain't over. As long as you alive, you can give another try and take it real high if you want it.